What's cracking here, guys? Welcome back to aboard the Rito roller coaster. So today on the Rito roller coaster, we are actually finally doing something which an anime channel should probably do. Is an anime list. Sounds a bit weird. I haven't actually done one of those, but actually it's true. We haven't actually done one of those. So today we're gonna go ahead and jump on that Rito roller coaster. Make sure to buckle up tight, because we're about to do an anime list. We're not doing the top 10, we're not doing the top 5, we're doing a top 3. A top 3 seems a bit short, but in fact this video is about over 9 minutes long. Because, and as I have put on Twitter, this was the longest video I've ever taken to edit. So I really hope you enjoy this video. Because usually with my normal editing, all I need to do is I'll use a screen recorder, then I'll basically put them together, and voila. I don't really do much editing, but I found this new app on my phone which seems pretty cool. I can do more editing, and I think it seems a lot better. But we're going to top 3 saddest anime endings. I'm a bit overrun right there, guys, but we're going to top 3 saddest anime endings. And these I've watched lots. I could probably do a top 10 or 5 of these, but I want to do a top 3 of my favourite saddest anime endings of all time. So I hope you enjoy these, so we're gonna go ahead and do this. I hope you enjoy. So let's get ready to do this. Let's begin the countdown. Okay, at number 3, we have Angel Beats. If you haven't heard of Angel Beats, it's an anime action romance kind of. You maybe call it a bit of a comedy. It is pretty funny, and it's more school, and you could say kind of sci-fi. So if I'll give you a little bit of a premise of Angel Beats. It's about a group of kids who kind of didn't do what they wanted to do in life, or their bodies in real life kind of prevented them from achieving their goals. And some of them were disabled, so couldn't go out and couldn't make friends or anything, or some of them just didn't do what they wanted to do in life. So they came to this school, and it's in this new world, and basically they're fighting an enemy called Angel, and is classed as a monster at the beginning of the anime. I don't want to spoil too much, and it's kind of a place and they have to kind of fight against, and they have to stand out because there's a load of other students there, not part of their group, and they find them more like NPCs kind of things in games, and they follow rules, and they can't follow what others do. They have to mess about, otherwise they're said to disappear. And that's the premise of Angel Beats. But the bit we need to talk about is the ending. The ending I found is when they're in the ceremony. Quite a few died already. I just found it really sad, and the music, how they all graduated and went off. I found it really sad, and but it's only number 3. But I just found Angel Beats really sad. It's a great anime. Make sure to check it out. Number 2. At number 2, we have none other than the sensation of 2016 is Your Name, or Camino Gnawa. A movie what came out in 2016, and it's still popular. It depends what you watch. It's Camino Gnawa or Your Name. This got my number 2 spot. It was probably one of the first anime movies I watched what wasn't actually based on an anime. It was just, I loved it. I loved the premise. I loved the actual emotional things it actually brought. And if you wanna know what it's about, you could kind of say it's a bit like, it's sci-fi, romance, and you could possibly say a bit of slice of life, because it kind of is about their life, but it's not based on real life, if that makes sense. So a bit of a premise on Camino Gnawa is about a boy and a girl who want to live different lives. And one wants to live in the city and one wants to live in the countryside, and they want to do so. Kind of what happens? I think they say it to this comet or meteor, and they kind of find it, and and it was just really sad. At number one, we have my all-time favorite of my saddest, and that is of course Assassination Classroom. I haven't talked about Assassination Classroom because I've got something really special planned for Assassination Classroom on this channel. I've actually got a guy coming on my channel who I've known who's actually gonna do a review of Assassination Classroom, so I've held off doing an Assassination Classroom review because I've been waiting to do it with him. So look forward to that because I've really wanted to do Assassination, and I feel I haven't really talked about it much. I think I've talked about it on Twitter a few times, but not really anything major. But I love Assassination Classroom. The premise is just so good that students have to kill their teacher. But we're not here to talk about that. We're talking about the tragic ending. It was this hit. Angel Beats and Camino Gnawa's story was pretty sad for me, and the endings were both sad. But nowhere hit me as Assassination Classroom. I really cried at this, because Koro Sensei dies at the end, and the music, they set the scene perfectly, and how they builded it up to his death, it was just so sad, and it gave such a nice ending to the anime. Because I know how they first saw Koro Sensei dying, but it was nothing compared to what they did. It was just so sad. I cried. In other animes, even the ones I haven't mentioned. But sometimes I've been crying of happiness, or sad or ending, an anime actually ending. But nothing compares to this. I really cried. Especially when all the other characters cried, and because they spent so much time with this character. He was probably the most funniest character in the entire anime. It was just so funny. Because there is some other funny moments in Assassination Classroom. Don't get me wrong, one bit. But it just, Koro Sensei was just such a funny character and so original as a character too. It really hit me hard because if they even put the ending of one of the Assassination Classroom openings, and it's just really, and especially when you have all the characters and him just laying on the floor like that, it's just really sad, and that is why it got my number one. I love Assassination Classroom, and even Nagisa, you can see on here. When you see him crying, it's just not good at all, because you know you've had a character you've really built, found really connected to with Koro Sensei. Even though he was a monster, you could still find him funny, and you find out he's a better guy than you actually thought. It's just a really good anime, guys. I highly recommend Assassination. So that ends my video here today. So that's why Assassination Classroom got my number one saddest anime of all time. It seems that I'm really not putting the pictures in mood, but it's my third big editing project. So make sure to really hit that like and subscribe button down. Okay, it's time to end this video. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys. Keep loving anime and have a really awesome day. See you guys. Redo out.